Hello everyone, let's start OSI model. Table of contents are definition, introduction, layer of OSI model, conclusion. So OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. It has been developed by ISO, International Organization for Standardization in the year 1984. So it is a seven-layer architecture with each layer having a specific functionality to perform. All these seven layers work collaboratively to transmit the data from one person to another across the globe. OSI seven layers are application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and last one is physical layer. So first three one are software layers and last three ones are hardware layers. Transport layer is also called as heart of OSI. So let's start with the first layer of OSI model, physical layer. The lowest layer of the OSI reference model is the physical layer. It is responsible for the actual physical connection between the devices. Physical layer contains the information in the form of bits from one node to the next. When receiving data, this layer will get the signal received and convert it into zeros and ones and send them to the data link layer, which will put the frame back together. Second one is data link layer. The data link layer is responsible for the node-to-node delivery of the message. The main function of this layer is to make sure data transfer is error-free from one node to another over the physical layer. When a packet arrives in a network, it is the responsibility of data link layer to transmit it to the host using its MAC address. Third one is network layer. Network layer works for the transmission of data from one host to the other located in different networks. It also takes care of packet routing, that is selection of the shortest path to transmit the packet from the number of routes available. The sender and receiver's IP addresses are placed in the header by the network layer. So fourth one is transport layer. The transport layer provides services to the application layer and takes services from the network layer. The data in the transport layer is referred to as segments. In this, data is transferred into segments. It is responsible for the end-to-end delivery of the complete message. The transport layer also provides the acknowledgement of the successful data transmission and retransmits the data if an error is found. Fifth one is session layer. This layer is responsible for the establishment of connection, maintenance of sessions, authentication, and also ensures security. Presentation layer. The presentation layer is also called the translation layer. The data from the application layer is extracted here and manipulated as per the required format to transmit over the network. Last one is application layer. Layer 7. At the very top of the OSI reference model stack of layers, we find the application layer, which is implemented by the network applications. This application produces the data which has to be transferred over the network. This layer also serves as a window for the application services to access the network and for displaying the received information to the user. So, what we uh, discussed before, application layer responsibility is helps in identifying the client in synchronized communication. Data in the form of message. Uh, Sixth is presentation layer. In this, data from application layer is extracted and manipulated as required format for transmission. Fifth is session layer, stabilizes connection, maintenance, authentication, and ensures security that we discussed before. Transport layer, heart of OSI, takes service from network layer and provides its application. Network layer, transmission of data from one packet host to other located in different network. So data information saved in these layers are in the form of messages in these three: application, presentation, session, and in the form of segments in transport layer, and in the form of packets in network layer, and in the frames in the data link layer. And physical layer store data in the bits 0 and 1. So devices they are used is session layer used gateways, transport layer firewall, network layer used routers, data link layer switch bridge, and physical layer uses hub, repeater, modem, and cables. So conclusion is OSI model acts as a reference model and is not implemented on the internet because of its late invention. The current model being used is the TCP/IP model. So it's just for the knowledge, just for thank you.